full party 10.
God damn
Hey.
it.
I don't see a downside.
I do. I see nothing but downsides.
Please explain.
I don't have to. I'm the dungeon master. That's the best part.
I asked nicely, please.
That's congratulations. Welcome to the real world, where asking nicely just gets you shat on and expected to do more work. And with that, we welcome you back. Hello, everyone, to Monster Monday. If you're watching this later on, well, I hope you enjoy in the recording, and if you're watching it live, welcome to the stream. All 0 concurrent viewers. Man, I'm just getting more popular by the day.
Do you want me to open up the stream?
No, not at all. Because I don't care about numbers. I do this just to catalog things. Alright, so, last time we left off, well, it wasn't a week, it was a day ago. After having a nice, fun session with Monster Monday yesterday, after Sunday's party was 1/5 sick, and now has become 1/4 sick for the time being. We come back to a Monday session instead, just as I said. With the party having explored a bit of the Rakshasa lands, and by a bit, I mean more they walked through a tunnel after giving a slime a coconut, took a ear, in air quotes, ring, and a couple other items off the skeleton they found, and then ended up in a tavern where they met a kind tiefling bartender who had nothing to do with the plot and was completely innocent, while the party tried to snoop around in the lab of who they assumed was Zilpip himself. Upon deciding that, they'd be better if they left the tavern, the barkeep offered the party a way out, and they found themselves standing inside the lab of a long-forgotten character, but one who never got a true ending to his story. And unfortunately, they found him in poor straits. After assisting him with a measly bit of food, the party went on to go try and find the key that supposedly was wrapped around the neck of the character's apprentice that would unlock the door that he had trapped himself within. The party kind of decreed they'd help.
No.
Not really.
They stated they were going to go look for the assistant.
I'll put out there, we fully agreed on the game. We're not coming back for him. We just want to kill the assistant and stop the thing that making blueberries because they're probably nearby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He didn't have anything useful to us, so,
No.
Level 20 druid cleric has been left behind. You'll never know now. But as the party had decided to ignore the pleas of help from this innocent man, continuing on into the dungeon, you open the doors to a long, dark hallway. Immediately within that hallway, you see 2 glowing eyes that suddenly then become 4. And thus, we begin our session. Everyone, roll initiative.
Oh boy, first roll.
+0!
Hey,
Oh,
a
hey.
22.
Oh, hey!
Oh, hey.
Alright.
Working on it. Sorry.
No, you're good. Take your time.
I don't know why I didn't get my dice out beforehand, but here we are.
How stoned are you today?
Not very.
Fair. That's a
We
problem.
came ready.
That's the problem. You're not high enough, apparently.
It's a 13. Give me just a few minutes.
Turns around, starts buffing off. And then for Goji, Sieko?
He's also here.
Yeah, to mention, while things are being rolled, the party is currently 2 down, with Cook being, unfortunately, on vacation with his family, an all-expense-paid trip, and his, as well as our famous Goji, who is instead, what's that, is that just a flat 3, Chester?
His page is locked. I cannot open his page.
Oh, that makes it easy.
I don't know his modifier. I don't know what he can do.
Wait, what do you mean it's locked? You can't access anything?
He set his page so that other players can't open it.
Let me look at the character sheet. Give me a second. Because I can fix that, funny enough. Oh yeah, he set it to private. Most people do, because they immediately assume that that is gonna screw up the character. All right, now it's unlocked. He has a +2, so that's a 5. Okay. But yeah, so with Daka currently on vacation, we will not have a Daka moment at the end of the stream today. On top of
Sad
that,
days.
Goji will be handled by Sieko to the best of his current abilities.
So does Daka just like fly out on his rock boat all of a sudden?
Yeah, as you all kind of turn around, as Daka was kind of following Sieko, he kind of just looks around and then just suddenly disappears. Like he fades into the wall almost, and he stealths away. You can hear the classical music every once in a while off in the distance. You're not sure where he is, but every time he makes a loud step, the trumpets make sure it's well known to the entire dungeon.
If he believes he's stealthy, though, he's not gonna be found.
They don't see him. But yeah, no, the trumpets down. You hear far into the dungeon down the hallways trumpets, and then oh shit, and then more trumpets quickly follow behind.
Okay.
You're not you know that oh shit wasn't from Daka, but you're not 100% sure who that was as they speak in common. But as you open the door, or as you're walking through the doors, you look down the hallway and you all see as Sieko is staring down the eyes of a large, metallic-looking dragon, which, well, Robert's gonna recognize this from
Oh no.
previous situation that's happened before. Don't worry, Cameron's head isn't stuck up this one's ass. And if you don't know that reference, you haven't been around the channel long enough.
I was sticking my head up there instead.
Oh, okay.
No, I'm kidding. No, I'm not.
All
doing
right.
that.
Well,
Hold
good
on.
news. As the two giant metallic, or the two huge metallic creatures seem to both start to kind of activate and stand up at the end of this hallway, the sconces on the sides of the walls light up with this greenish flame, sending the entire hallway into an eerie green color, as the hallway is made of nothing but sterile white tiling and silver walls. These two creatures seem to glow with a purple-like metallic metal. Their wings seem to be made out of a very fine leather that also shimmers a little bit. And the hallway itself, to pull them out, is 10 feet wide by 15 feet tall. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10. And 35 feet long. Or 30 feet long. God, I can't count today. As you all look down the hallway and the eyes start to glow, Tiktrick, you are up first.
Okay. Those are two big things. Let's get right to it then, huh? They clearly see us, huh?
They're staring, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, let's go up to it. That sounds like a good idea. I will go ahead and bonus action dash up to one of them,
Okay.
and I will try and stab it. We'll see how that goes.
Okay.
It is a 13 to hit. That's great.
It does not hit.
Is the other one close to?
They're
Is it like
both within 5 feet of each other. As you look, their bodies kind of go down the hallway a little bit to either side.
I will try and hit the other one then.
Okay.
That's a 15 that time. That's a little better.
You know, you're really nowhere close to the AC.
Yeah.
The metal just seems to bounce off of the metallic dragons, clanging sparks kind of flying in the air. Nothing seems to happen.
Just great. All right, and I'm gonna go ahead and go back to where I came.
Okay. All right. As you fall back to the end of the room, it
And
immediately.
out of their vision.
Oh, go ahead.
And like out of the vision, like into the room.
Oh, you're
so they
gonna
can
go
see.
around the corner into the room.
No, like the back way I came and then through the door so they
Yeah.
can see. And
Okay. All right. As you go around the corner at the doorway and just stand in the doorway so that they can't see you directly. They
also out of the
don't
way
seem to
so
move.
the other three can get through.
Okay. All right. At the end of your turn, it immediately uses its legendary action. I need a Dex saving throw at disadvantage from Sieko, or Bastion, and Guji.
Next.
Yes.
Oh well.
That's
Alright,
not
I
a
can
good
roll
roll.
for Goshi. Okay, well, fucking he owes me for that.
It's a 6.
Well, so Goji manages.
Goji.
So he'll only take half damage, and that is 24 points of radiant damage as it opens up its maw and out shoots this bright light at all three of you down the hallway, lasering through the wall. Yes.
Is that 48 vulnerable?
Yes.
Fuck.
And
Not Bastion's battle here.
this is 12 for him because it's half since he got through. All right, that is the end of its legendary action. Sieko, you are up.
Yeah, I'm just gonna casually cast faith on myself. Don't worry about it.
Uh-huh.
I kind of don't want that bonus A save. And then I start my melee battle. Let's do this. I'm gonna walk up.
All right, you walk up the 30 feet. You're within 5 feet of both.
I'll try to swing. Let's
All
do
right,
this.
Let's see what you got.
That's a 25.
That does not hit.
That's not good. Try again. Let's keep it going. That's even worse. All right, I'm just kind of here now.
All right, you take one swing, and you for the first time in your existence, you've just hit something, and it didn't phase the creature. Your hand doesn't hurt, but it doesn't seem affected in the slightest. Are you going to? You've moved up 30 feet. Is there anything else you'd like to do?
I already used my bonus action over there.
Okay. All right. As that is the end of your turn, the first of the two is going to go up. And it is immediately going to shoot its Radiant Breath. I need another Dex saving throw at disadvantage for Goji, Bastion, and Sieko. I'll roll for Goji again, because apparently... Well, dice
I
give
rolled
it...
another fucking 6.
Oh shit.
Oh no! As the beam of light shoots out, it just burns onto all three of you. That is 30 points of radiant damage to each of you. And the creature ends its turn. Alright,
You still stand, Bastion?
the second dragon is going
Yeah.
to recharge.
For now.
I'm sorry, boys.
You're not sorry.
I am. I didn't think I've never rolled a proper recharge. I need another dex save at disadvantage. Fuck me.
Nate.
Okay, that's full damage. The DC's only 16.
I have disadvantage with a +4.
I can't. As the last beam of light goes shooting out, another 32 points of radiant damage just blares down the hallway, burning into the wall, causing this massive burning hole to kind of indent.
I'm down.
That is the end of the Chardalyn Dragon's turn, or rather the Zopip Dragon. Bastion, you can make a death saving throw, my man. It's your turn.
That natural 20.
I want to shoot something real quick.
Yeah, no
I
worries.
forgot about something. Nope.
Oh,
Why
no,
can I
it
not
doesn't
scroll?
apply here.
Suddenly, Tictric seeing all this is very happy. He ran around the corner.
No.
Never mind. Never mind. It was radiant damage, so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, let's see what you got.
Is it a con saving throw?
No, death saving throw is just a d20, and if you roll
Okay.
above 10, it's a success. If you roll a 20, it
Uh,
counts as 2 successes.
14.
So that's 1 success. You can see how often Robert has gone down in my campaigns. He even remembers how the death saving system works. All right. Poor Bastion. Goji is up. He is on 26 HP. He's not looking hot. What would you like him to do, Justin?
Well, I was basically told he's not gonna attack. He's at low health.
And he
so
can't use his breath weapon thing yet because he has to wait 13 days.
Yeah, I think Goji's just booking it.
Okay. Back into the room, into the lab where Tiktrick is.
Yep.
Okay. It only takes him 10 feet to get back inside. As he kind of limps in, blood kind of dropping onto the ground. The burn marks kind of showing. He looks rough. Suddenly, the party realized why I offered a cleric NPC at the very beginning of the dungeon. All right.
You did not offer NPC at the beginning of the... He is locked in a thing that we can't get him out.
Tiktrick knows a way to get him out. But okay. So Goji runs into the lab again, and just kind of gets up against the wall. What else? Would you like him to do anything else?
He's just gonna get as far away as he can.
Okay. Well, I mean, the lab is pretty large, as you saw. Does he try to go hide in one of the rooms, or what's?
If he sees a room that he doesn't think is like, and there's no one in it that doesn't look trapped, then yeah. Or he could just go hide
in the what?
In the lemon farm.
He could.
Or he can go hide in the lemon farm.
All right. As he runs and disappears into it, Goji no longer is under your control for the time being.
Yep.
Okay. Well, that is Daka at the end. Tiktrick, you're up, buddy.
I just saw Bastion got blasted real bad.
Bastion's on the ground smoking.
Yeah.
And slightly glowing a radiant light.
Okay. Just see real quick. Oh. I guess, can I try and drag Bastion into the room? Out of the way.
Yeah, I won't ask for your push carry. I'll just have you do a strength, let's say a strength check.
Strength check?
Mm.
Okay. That's a 10.
I'll say you, as you're trying to really move him, he's heavy with all of his stuff on him and his body in general. He doesn't seem, it doesn't really work. Tiktrick's kind of working up a sweat and Bastion's just not moving.
Shit. Does that count as an action?
Yes. It counts as an attack action if you want to.
An attack action?
Yeah.
I only have one attack per action,
Yeah,
so.
then there you go.
Okay, let me just check something real quick.
You haven't moved, because Bastion's still
I
within
haven't
your
moved,
reaching distance.
I'll try and pull him again, I guess.
Okay. Unless you got a health potion you want to try and feed him. Strength
I
check.
don't have a health potion. That's a 20.
Yeah, struggling with him, you finally just bear down and dig your heels in and just pull and finally get his metallic ass to move. As you notice, as you pull him, the stone, or the very sanitized white stone-like material on the ground seems to have melted in the imprint of where Bastion was, and that's what made him so heavy when you were trying to pull him out. But as you pull him into the room, he drags in. He's still smoking, slightly still kind of glowing parts. And you see his eyes are not glowing anymore. For once, they are dark and not in the way that usually implies him being angry.
Okay. I will also say, say to Sieko, we got to fall back. Bastion's down.
Okay.
I really can't walk too slow.
As you shout this down the hallway, Sieko, you're up.
I'm just gonna pump all my healing into myself, because my healing doesn't work in Bastion anyway.
True, you would hurt him.
Yeah.
All right.
And
so you casting lay on hands on yourself?
yep.
Okay.
And then, I mean, I'll hold here for a turn to let them hunker down.
Okay.
So I guess I can try to swing.
All right, go ahead and take a hit or take a swing.
I'll get my 2 swings. That's a no. And that's another no. Nope.
All right. That is the end of your turn, I assume?
Yep.
Okay. The first is going to reach Art.
Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You got a nice recharge there.
Never recharge, huh? Never recharge, huh?
It never does.
Recharge, huh?
The amount of times I went through Crypt Legacy and they wiped 5 dragons and they didn't get more than 1 shot off because of the recharge. It's fucking coming to haunt you guys for some reason. I'm sorry. Sieko, give me a deck save. I'm playing this to what the notes state, and it is stated to be ruthless here, so I'm sorry. You are 1 below it.
Oh, no, I know.
I'm sorry.
Yep.
As the light just envelops you, you are fighting a tough battle. The light just keeps burning you. Your skin is starting to like smoke. Your chest, or your armor is starting to glow a bright red. You're either gonna become holy by the end of this or be dead.
I'm already
the
holy.
holy energy you've absorbed.
I'm already holy. I somehow don't resist radiant, being a fucking Taras paladin. But
yeah,
you know,
don't blame me. Blame paladin class if they don't resist radiant. That's on them, not me. All right. Well, that's the end of its turn. The other one has to try and recharge as well. That's what.
Boy,
I'm not even
recharge?
surprised. I'm just waiting for you to tell me I'm dead so I can move on and go about my day.
Get a dex check, please.
Yep.
Alright, as the light continues to envelop, you watch, Tiktrick, as you just see in between these radiant bursts of energy, Sieko is standing there holding the line against these 2 dragons that just continue to let off beams of light. It can't do anything else as it used its one action to recharge and 1 action to fire. Bastion, you are up. Please make a death saving throw.
15.
Alright, that's a success. Alright. Goji comes running back out and signals to
healing?
Tiktrick to walk over, or to follow him to the window. And starts kind of talking about a castle in the distance of the Lemon Farm. And that will be the end of his turn, as he's going to turn and run back in. Alright, Tiktrick, you're up.
Far away is the place where Goji's pointing from me?
The lab itself would be from where you're at is 5, 10, 15, 20, 20. If you have the most direct route, it's 30 feet from you, through 2 doorways.
Okay, I'll go bonus action dash over there and see what he's talking about.
As you open the first door, you see this kind of cluttered grouping of lab equipment here and there, some dismembered body parts in a bucket. Nothing really catches your attention, but as you walk through the second door going into the Lemon Farm, you see, as Goji's running towards a very large castle in the distance that he keeps pointing to. You recognize this castle, Tiktrick. This is the same castle that you were helping lay siege to at the very beginning of this adventure.
Like it's walking towards us?
No, it's just in the distance.
It's just there?
Yeah.
Oh. That's strange. Okay. Good to know. I will go get and run back to Bastion and try and get him alive the proper way this time, not kicking him.
Okay, roll a medicine check.
Oh boy, I'm good at these.
I mean, unless you got a healing spell.
That's an 8.
Well, you don't fail and cause him a failure, but you don't help him any.
Yeah.
Nothing happens, Bastion, as you, Tick, you keep trying to press down, do chest compressions on the metal body, as this is something that Maznod taught you, but it doesn't seem to work, as his body seems to be too tough. And
Okay.
you don't, the realization that he doesn't have lungs really doesn't occur to you.
All right, I'll try again.
Just leave him. I got it.
Alright, give me another medicine check.
I said it before he said it. Sorry, Justin. Oh shit. That's a natural one for a 2.
I'm gonna let you re-roll that and see if
You
you
let me
kill
roll that?
him.
Okay.
Well, if you roll 2 1s in a row, you do both
Okay.
kill him. Alright.
It
Yeah,
was a 3, but
So, Bastion, you do take 1 failure.
You a
as
bitch.
He kind of shoves too hard and dents your chest rather than actually helping. Thankfully, he doesn't kill you.
bad at this medicine thing, guys.
I'm sitting here with a healing potion. I'm gonna heal him, and he keeps pressing down his body.
Ticktrick's trying, he's panicking. You know, he just watched Bastion for the first time go down to very bright laser beams. Alright. Is there anything else you'd like
Last
to
10
do?
feet move. I'll start moving towards the castle.
Okay. You gonna head back through the room and into the so you end up in the storage with your 10 feet, last 10 feet of movement.
Yep.
Alright. Sieko, you're up.
Yeah, I'm gonna disengage because I know they're gonna recharge again on your turn, and I'm just gonna go.
Okay.
And with my since I can't use my action for it, with my incredible push drag lift, I can easily start dragging Bastion.
Oh, yes. Yes, easily.
Fucking, I pull 1,500 pounds, so I
Alright.
can fucking.
So you're going to use your action and your movement to do a full 50 feet?
Yeah,
Alright.
Well, no. I said disengage. I don't want to get fucking stabbed.
No, I know. Yeah.
Yeah.
Does disengage cast you movement?
If you're not a rogue, it takes an action.
Oh,
Second
okay.
action,
So
if
you're
you're
only
not-
going to be able to move 25 feet.
Yeah.
Okay, so that will bring you right inside the doorway with your one action. Or with your movement.
And I close the door.
Oh, yeah. As soon as you close the door, you don't hear anything.
Good enough.
Alright. It is the end of your turn. Okay. First. Well, if it makes you feel better.
Did you finally fail
I
its
did. I
recharge?
failed twice in a row. All right. Well, that one's done. The second one, he failed. Okay. You can see the rolling log, by the way, guys. You can see the game. Okay. Well, it recharges on its turn, but it can't move as it uses its second action. All right. By the way, Sieko, you had a bonus action. Did you have any lay on hands left or no?
No.
Okay.
If I didn't, I would be dead right now.
No, I understand. I was making sure I didn't cut you off that you were going to use a bonus action to lay on hands,
No,
Bastion.
I had to use it all to not die that turn.
Okay, well, make sure. All right, Bastion, give me a death saving throw.
Rick, if I die because you...
I'm sorry, man.
You won't die no
I
matter
rolled a
what.
4. I failed.
You failed. All right, you won't die no matter what here.
If you rolled a natural 1, that's 2 fails and you would have died.
Oh well, yeah, that's true. All right, Goji is going to continue running off. Ticktrick is going to continue to the lemon farm, I assume.
Yes.
Okay. All right. As you run through at full speed, you see the castle off in the distance, and you get about a half a way through the very large lemon farm.
With 210 feet of movement?
Yes. It's
Okay.
a very large farm, and
Very large farm.
There's actually a reason for that. I do have the
Can I-
measurements of the farm if you're actually curious.
No, that's fine. Can I
Okay.
grab a lemon as I'm running?
Yes, they are refreshing, and they are very sweet. All right, Sieko, you are up. You are still in this lab.
Yeah, I'm gonna pour my fucking common healing potion into Bastion's, not really throat. I mean, his robot mouth.
All right, go ahead and roll up the health potion. See how much he gets.
7.
Okay. Bastion, you suddenly wake up and your chest hurts. So does your entire body, slightly, and you feel very hot as you come back to consciousness.
Come on, idiot! No time to waste. We're leaving.
Bastion.
to also
Mhm.
drink one of my greater potions of healing.
Okay, go ahead and roll it.
Just gonna do that on there. That's
Alright.
8 plus, I think 4. Yeah, 8 plus 4.
Okay.
12.
As you down it, you start to feel a little bit better. You too can hear one of the creatures is starting to walk down the hallway towards you. What would you like to do?
Oh, I'm going towards the farm. I'm out.
Okay. As you rush to the through the storage, you see the towers of supplies and junk just kind of lying around. Give me a perception check on your way through. I would assume since you're trying to move quickly, it'd be a disadvantage here for this.
Oh yeah, don't worry. I have with tremor sense. I'm just kind of I feel everything. The heavier my steps, so I'm sprinting.
I'm not saying it's something that's going to be following. I'm saying it's something you might notice in the room specifically. Like if there's anything that like sticks out to you.
I have a +0, and that's in that one. So.
Okay. Yeah, as you're kind of running around, you can definitely feel magical items around you in the storage, but most of them feel wrong to you as you stomp through at top speed. And realizing that you can feel those dragons getting closer, it's not worth dawdling for. As you charge through and find yourself on the very wide open lemon farm, seeing as Tickdrick off in the distance running at top speed, grabbing the occasional lemon from a tree. All right, Bastion, what are you doing?
I'm going to move behind him.
All right, you're gonna run up. Wait, you're gonna head to the lemon farm as well.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, deciding the dragons aren't worth the time. You turn and run through the storage closet. You can also give me a perception check to see if you notice anything.
7.
You notice 2 books that come kind of catch your attention that are both giving up magical energy. You're moving too quickly and not really paying enough attention to notice what kind of magical energy. But otherwise, that's all you get.
Can I swoop by and grab them on my way?
Sure. As you grab both of them and start continuing on your full sprint, you come into the very large open world of the lemon farm with tieflings kind of walking around, harvesting. They look very happy, and off in the distance you see the castle itself, where the party is jogging towards. As the whole party continues to jog, you eventually come to the very loud truck screaming in the background. Give me a minute to pull up my map here. You eventually come to find yourself at the city of Ketz. You can see the walls have been kind of destroyed. 2 massive holes in them. You can still see the corpses kind of lining the entire outside of the city. From this distance, the city almost seems semi-abandoned. As you lot look about, there's the occasional guard kind of walking around in armor. No banners of the House of Silversong, no banners whatsoever, just commoners kind of walking about and going about their business working on this farm. As you lot kind of all eventually gather together and get closer.
Does Sieko look beat to shit?
I'm at 32 health. My max is 126.
I assume that's a yes.
Yes, obviously.
Sieko, what happened in there? Are you okay?
Don't talk to me.
Okay.
One of
Nash, you remember this place?
As Tickdrick tries to spark up some conversation, one of the tiefling guards kind of notices you a lot and putting his weapons away and kind of setting his shield on his back. He kind of comes jogging down to you a lot and goes, can I be of assistance?
We got a couple injured. Do you have healing?
Oh yeah, we have some cleric tents set up. They're not very good at their healing. They're nothing like the adventurers and mercenaries that were in the area, but they should be able to patch you up after a day or two.
Works for me.
I want you to walk away from this guard.
Oh, what is Bastion gonna do then?
I just getting away from tieflings before he does something that might be a mistake.
Okay, where are you thinking of heading?
Just off to the side where nobody is.
Okay.
Moment to tend to himself. As you said earlier, he has not been beaten up like that ever. So.
Okay, yeah. As you find a one of the trees that none of the tieflings are going near, it just seems to be a random tree kind of sitting out next to the castle walls. You kind of plop down in the shade, and no one seems to really bother you. Most of them seem to kind of, on occasion, look your direction, but continue on their way. All right, Sieko and Tikdrik, are you going to follow the tiefling guard into the town, or are you going to go stay with Bastion? Okay.
I assume Goji is with us. I look for
Yes,
Goji.
Goji is with you. And he
Goodness.
doesn't. He seems to be looking concerned with his very big puppy dog lizard folk eyes at Bastion.
He's fine.
Okay. As you lot head off, though, the guard takes you into the city and kind of gives you the rundown about how after the city fell, the dwarves eventually ended up leaving, and so a lot of the locals just decided instead. To for the time being, hold the castle as a refugee camp, and that they've been kind of gathering some of the tieflings from all around the area, trying to rebuild the best they can. As he brings you to like one of the tents set up, which is just basically a large cloth with a cloth tent set up with simple wool bed or goose feathered beds lying about. The guy kind of leaves you there and kind of heads off. You see a couple of tieflings looking pretty, with a lot of cuts, holes. One of them who looks pretty fried, as his skin seems to be somewhat charcoaled and burnt. One of the male tiefling nurse assistants kind of comes running over to you lot and goes, Can I be of assistance? Do you lot need something? Are you here for healing, or are you here to help healing?
I kind of point out my clearly injured body. Sieko's in a bad mood. He doesn't want to speak much.
The man nods
He got
and
hurt
goes,
pretty bad.
Oh, well, thank you. I don't know much about Dragonborn anatomy, but we'll get a healer to help you in a moment if you'll give me a second. He kind of turns around, runs off, and starts kind of talking to a couple of the other people working around the area. Does Sieko take the bed offered?
He's gonna sit on the floor.
Okay.
He knows himself well enough. It's not that he knows how heavy. He's on 3 beds, and they all shattered under him.
Mhm.
He's gone.
Fair. Yes. Feel free to, Bastion. Yeah, one of the tieflings comes over. A young, very short-cropped, silver-haired tiefling with very tiny horns. Definitely female from what you can tell, Sieko. But she doesn't look any familiar to you more than any other tiefling in this place. She kind of comes over and she looks at you up and down and looks at Tikdrik and then Goji and goes, if you will, I can take care of you real quick. Allow me to introduce myself. You can call me Junior for right now. Don't worry about anything else, and I should be able to help. I've worked on a couple Dragonborn before. Is there a reason you're sitting on the floor?
The last bed I sat on broke. I think I'm a little too heavy.
I appreciate your kindness. She looks over at Tikdrik and goes, I need you to do me a favor.
What?
This is gonna hurt a little bit, but give me your hand. And she holds her hand out.
Why?
Just, do you want your friend to feel better?
Yeah, okay. That's a good reason. All right, I'll give it in my hand.
She grabs your hand, and as soon as she does, you start to feel magic kind of flowing through your entire body, Tikdrik, and it starts to suddenly pull from your body, and it starts to hurt to an extreme. You take... Let me roll this. 42 points of damage.
Owie.
It's not a tight damage because it's literally sucking the magic out of you, but there you go.
Ow.
Sieko and Goji, you find yourselves back feeling perfectly healthy suddenly, and your entire body is healed. You gain your full HP back. And she kind of lets go of Tictric, and she kind of breathes heavy, and you notice her skin's kind of paled a little bit, and she looks around and she goes, well, that was something.
What kind of magic is that?
Necromancy. It's really hard to do healing magic these days with all the gods telling us to, kind of screw off. So I've gotten better at necromancy, so I can use the life force of one person to help another.
It's becoming oathless. Ugh. It's what a lot of people are doing nowadays to get basic healing.
You can, Sieko, sense she's a fucking proper cleric. You definitely sense magic coming off of her.
No, he's gonna play along. She clearly doesn't want to talk about it.
That's fair. But she kind of just smiles at you and gives you a curt nod and turns and walks back into the tent working on someone else and begins talking to them.
Dash is trying to learn necromancy. That'd probably be a good spell for him.
I don't know if I want him, because I know he would totally suck the life out of me and kill himself.
That's true. That is true.
I'd rather he not.
Because she kind of nods along.
That hurt a lot, by the way. You're welcome.
Thank you.
All right.
So what are you going to do about your fingers?
As you look, your fingers grew back.
I regenerate, so if I keep cutting them off, I can craft a weapon now.
Does he still have his, the previous
Yeah.
ones, though?
He still got his finger bones.
Suddenly, these are souvenir. Never punching a coconut again.
I got a couple. Do you want one?
I'm not punching a coconut again, I just said.
Okay. They are good range weapons, I think. You said so yourself.
Yeah, fair enough. Just keep them in that bag until they're needed. I'm gonna go make sure Bastion's alright.
All right. Tictric, do you follow Sieko?
Meet up at a tavern? I shout to Sieko. Meet up at a tavern?
Yeah, sure. Take Goji with you.
Okay.
All right.
I'll go explore town a little bit.
Okay. So as the party splits up, we'll start with Sieko. Sieko, as you kind of head back outside the city, it's a quick, 10-minute jaunt, walking through. You're still kind of limping a little bit. You're healed, but the trauma of the pain is still definitely there, as your body doesn't feel healthy, though you are fully healed. The exhaustion does definitely kind of start to set in a bit as you exit through the walls. One of the guards just kind of nods to you and kind of leaves you be, seeing that you are still kind of limping and look a little irritated.
Yeah, well, I'll nod back. I'm happy no one's talking about the blindfold. That's nice of them.
No.
Those people on the screen, it's really upsetting. I'm happy.
No. Listen,
Also,
a man who comes in and says he breaks things by sitting on them, and he looks like he's just gone through an irradiation bath and is still standing. Most people aren't going to question that kind of thing in this world.
Also, since they're not attunable, can I just put on the earrings of message?
They are tunable, but in a way that Sieko's never going to be interested in.
That is?
So that specific item...
You're welcome.
So as Sieko kind of takes the earrings as he's walking and kind of examining them, he notices that where the normal piercing of the earring is there is still that, but it also has an extra large loop that seems to be attached to it. Almost kind of like a thick iron hoop earring. You do notice that it's pretty large for someone to wear as a hoop earring, and you think it'd probably be pretty inefficient because someone could just as easily grab it and pull it out of your ears. Beyond that, you really don't get much from the item. You're not really sure about its origin or what it was used for. You just know it's kind of weird for an earring of Whisper.
All right. So, DM, knowing how they're equipped, I'm sorry I have to talk about this, but reptile anatomy.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I don't think, even if I were to put it there, I could use it because of how that works on a reptile.
Oh, I couldn't use it either.
No.
That was the best
I don't
part
think-
about it.
I think the only one that can use it is Daka and Goji.
I mean, you could still pierce your ear and put it on. Or
I mean-
ear socket.
Like I was about to say, because again, I don't have a normal ear either.
I mean, technically, if I remember right, let me check.
Make it a nose ring.
Let me see.
I mean, that would be something.
What does a 5e? No, you're right. Their ears, they don't have ears. They have their horns and
Holes.
yeah.
No, it looks like, if you look closely behind the eye, it looks like there are little holes, and that's probably what they hear through.
Yeah. So I mean, you could theoretically wear these as. I mean, it's big enough. You could wear it as a ring. It'd just be really uncomfortable. You could also get it reset to be a proper ring. For
probably
pretty
what'll-
cheap.
Probably what I'll do later.
Yeah. Like for that level of thing, you'd guess maybe a couple silver pieces based on what you've seen.
It's a common item. It's not.
Yeah. But you can definitely tell these ones were specifically made for something else. And you did notice that Uradesh did look kind of strange for a kobold, now that you think back on it. And now you're kind of realizing why.
Fair enough. I'm comparing them, I'm assuming, to the vampire kobolds I met.
Yeah, a little bit.
Instead, I'm just going to carry my little Staff of Frost. It feels cool to the touch. It feels comfy.
That's fair. As you kind of walk out, though, you see Bastion just kind of meditating under a tree.
I mean, fair enough.
You also see lots of the black smoke pouring out of my eye holes.
I'm just going to go meditate beside him.
All right.
Road
As you
meditation.
As you start to get closer, you notice off, like out of the corner of your vision with your passive perception, a couple of children that seem to be kind of like hiding behind the lemon trees, watching Bastion and like whispering about something. You can also feel there's a couple more than you can see that are still hiding, like watching with fascination.
Can I give them a little wave and see if they're, like, afraid at all?
As you
Like, are
do, they
really-
giggle and run off.
Yeah, because I'm a really big dude, but they giggled. They're fine. They got it.
Nope. But yeah, as you sit down and you begin to relax and meditate beside Bastion, you suddenly feel, well, not suddenly, Sieko's weight and his stomping you definitely feel as he's walking closer and
And I
closer to you.
Then I settle close, yeah.
Yeah. Yes, when the blonde guy stares at you. And then you feel the kind of heavy slam into the ground as Sieko sits down as his weight settles.
Could I scan the area, see if there are any of the farmers kind of off to themselves, out of the line of sight?
Yeah, give me a perception check.
Okay. Oh, wait. Does that advantage having to do with tieflings?
Sure, why not?
Cool. 14.
As you look about, you notice a lot of the farmers seem to be kind of staying a good, healthy distance from you, as well as Sieko. None of them seem to be out on their own currently, other than a couple of children that you can see heading toward the little forest off to the side. That, you know, where you can definitely hear from this distance them kind of playing in something wet, probably like a river, like mud puddle they found, just beyond the tree line.
Okay.
But you do see the farmhouse of the entirety of the farming colony. It's a rather large barn off in the distance.
I turn to Sieko, and I'm like, well, everybody thinks we're monsters. Shall we show them after we've rested up?
I mean, we can, but they're all assuming I'm a Dragonborn. I haven't corrected them because I don't really care. But I mean,
I
The
don't
strong-
care what they think.
yeah, the strong prevail. I will say there's really weird necromancer in town. Said to call her Junior. She pulled the life out of Tikdrick to heal me and Goji.
We'll keep that in mind. I was thinking farmers first.
I mean, that's fair, but she might get angry, and she's a full, properly trained cleric. I wouldn't be surprised if she could fight back, and she might get a little upset.
When he said Junior, does it dawn on Bastion at all?
Give me an intelligence check.
Okay.
Oh, no worries. We're gonna get to you in a minute, Tikdrick, don't worry.
9.
Okay. No, not in the slightest.
No? Damn.
Mm.
Well, we'll deal with that when we get to it, I suppose.
Yeah, it's worrying. It's like she doesn't want people to know she's a cleric. She was talking about how there are no proper gods, so people aren't clerics anymore, but she's a cleric. It's weird.
Well, that means there's 2 of us.
Either way, we'll deal with it once you're rested out.
We'll try to avoid the cleric for now. I mean, we don't have to make a stink, take some out in the darkness, and they might suspect but cannot prove.
Alright, simple enough.
Alright. As Bastion and Sieko begin to meditate, Sieko, you can take your short rest as well.
Yep.
Tikdrick, as you kind of start walking through town, you notice the majority of the town seems to be mostly abandoned and empty. Buildings that have been blown up, burnt, destroyed in general. Lots of bodies kind of scattered about, both tiefling and dwarves. Give me a perception check.
That is a 27.
You also notice you're being followed, and you, with that low perception, you notice that you're being followed by the same woman who took your life force earlier. She seems to be tailing you from a healthy distance, but not trying to be seen. Although you get the sense that she's really bad at tailing you, as it was pretty easy to catch her pretty early on.
Oh, I'll message them. What do you want? Why are you following me?
As you say this, you hear a, oh, and it goes silent, and she goes, what the fuck was that? And you can hear her saying this out loud in the distance, not realizing it's a message.
Oh, do you not get these often? It's me, and I'll point at myself, looking at her.
She looks over and goes, oh, so you can tell where I am.
Why are you following me?
Well, that was supposed to be a secret.
You're not very good at
She
it.
kind of walks out in her very clunky armor. Kind of walks down.
I like that
the
armor,
stairs.
honestly.
You know, it was my father's. It's kind of doesn't fit. Also, I had to kind of fix it. He was very well known for running into battle with assless chaps.
Best character.
So I fixed that part. You know, how are you doing? And she gives a very weird, crooked smile.
I'm fine. I'm hurt. You hurt me. I'm kind of drained right now, but
Well, to be
why are you
fair,
following me?
some of the brothels around here, they'll have the same effect on you. At least mine
They
didn't
have
kill
soup
you.
here?
No. She just, like, sighs. No, so about your friends,
Yes.
do you know your friends at Tarask?
I'd be like, I try and lie. What do you mean? He's not a Tarask.
She's gonna give me a deception check.
They're a tiefling, right?
Yeah?
Hey, that's advantage.
There you go.
Let's go. It's only a -1. Hey, 14.
She believes she believes you're feigning of ignorance. Yes. Huh. All right. Well, yeah, your friend's some sort of Tarask. I mean, I got the sense of that immediately as soon as you guys walked in the town. Yeah, Tarasks are pretty The aura they get off, it's really easy to recognize. Also, your demon friend outside and under the tree is also very easy to get notice if you have any understanding of magic. He kind of breathes it.
Demon, what are you talking about?
Are you one of their familiars?
No. I am a Thrycreen. Do you know what a Thrycreen is?
Yes, I've met a couple in my travels.
Yes, that's what I am.
You know, it's very uncommon to find one that's away from his queen so far. May I ask, are you no longer indoctrinated into your hive?
I can't tell you that. Secret.
She suddenly pulls out a sword and she goes, "I'm really gonna need you to tell me that."
No.
No,
I'm not
as in
part
you're
of,
not.
no,
Oh, okay.
I'm not part of.
He puts her sword away. Oh, thank God.
Why? Oh, I know why, but why do you care?
I don't want the city being eaten by a bunch of Thrycreen. Because right now, if we get invaded from underground, we're not going to be able to hold. Did you not see the big holes in the wall? And there ain't
Yeah, I
any
know.
fighting
Yeah,
then.
that's true. This would be pretty easy to take over, I would say. You guys need to up some defenses over here.
Well, it's kind of hard when the queen is off gallivanting at war, and the rest of us are stuck here picking up the pieces. My sister Galser is somewhere around here. You should meet her. She's a real fun type. Although she may try to eat you, so maybe don't.
Not the first time I've been trying to beat. I look at Goji.
Goji just smiles and licks his lips.
No. Stop that.
Why?
He can do the fucking voice. Oh no.
Why not
Bad.
eat?
We don't eat friends.
What
Fish
friend?
are friends, not food.
Fish food. Fish food.
But once again, why are you following me?
She goes, a lot of people seem to want to eat you. That seems like a really bad thing. Maybe you should try beefing up a little bit.
I tried like these metal things, and I didn't know how it worked.
I've been there. That's fair. Anyways, what I'm here for, you lot look like you're on a mission of some sort. So I have a gift for you, and if you'd be willing to take it, there is a condition. This isn't for free. If it makes you less concerned, I just want you all to leave and not come back. The gift, otherwise is free.
We haven't done anything though. Why we gotta leave?
It's a little concern when a Tarrasque and a demon just show up at your door, and just unannounced. Especially coming from the Lemon Fields, because last time that someone came from the Lemon Fields, they were screaming about some experiments that were done on them with vampirism, and it was really concerning. So we have a policy here now that anybody who comes from the Lemon Fields is usually asked to leave politely. So I'm willing to give you a magical zeppelin that should be able to carry your large friend who breaks beds. The bed he won't be able to use one of the beds, but I imagine he's probably used to that. But it should be able to fly with him in it. And all you have to do is leave. Remember that's the important part.
Can I insight this to see if this is true? This seems like not bad intentions in terms of the Zeppelin.
Go ahead.
Insight. That's an 18.
Fucking, she can't roll for shit. Yeah, she's telling the truth. In fact, you kind of get the idea that it's not a sense of like evil or anything. It's a sense of fear that she has. So.
Well, I'll think about it. I'll have to talk to them. It might not be enough, but I'll see.
She looks at you and goes, the counter offer is we're gonna have to request you to leave not as kindly. And this is I'm trying to be the diplomatic one here because I really don't want to see any more people dead, especially because I know my side won't do very well.
I'll talk to them.
Yeah, you do that. And note, if you don't, you will be the first one I have to kill. It's nothing personal, as you imagine. I imagine you're probably thinking the same thing about me. So it's nothing personal. I fully understand. And she kind of holds her hand out to shake yours. She says, "Don't worry.
I'll go ahead and shake it.
I'm not sucking your life out of you this time." And she shakes your hand, and you feel your HP return.
Oh, that's nice.
She kind of turns and walks off.
I will walk in the direction where Sieko went to talk to them about this deal.
So awkwardly, when two people agree to leave and then accidentally follow each other out the same exit,
I pick up my pace to walk faster.
she turns a corner about halfway through it, fucking goes down one of the alleyways just to get away. The awkwardness
Strange
in
lady.
the air is strong.
Don't you agree, Goji?
Yeah, weird.
As the two of you kind of eventually begin walking or get to the entrance of the city, you see a couple of the stonemasons that have showed up, started working on the walls again, getting the very lowest level down, moving a bunch of the rocks around, trying to get everything cleared and cleaned up. And then you see them kind of starting to shape the wall to make it a little easier to work on. Walking through the walls, the guard at the gate really doesn't even pay too much attention to you, just kind of giving you a nod as you walk by to let you go. As you come out, you see Bastion and Sieko just kind of sitting under the tree meditating.
That looks like fun. I'll go and sit next to them and start meditating too, just cause.
Sieko whispers to Tigrick, I have no idea what I'm doing.
I've done this before. Kind of all you can do when you can't
Goji
sleep.
pulls out some meat from one of his bags.
Where'd you get that?
Somebody who's doing the same thing as me, and feeling the same thing as I
A
am.
voice in the distance is here chattering.
They're talking.
Yeah.
Sieko doesn't get those.
Yeah, as you all sit down now, meditating under this tree in the shade of the hot sun, what do you all want to do?
I will awkwardly bring up. So that junior lady,
Oh, very cute on Tinder.
she wants us to leave. She knew that you were Tarrasque, Sieko, and that Bastion was some sort of demon.
Oh, but I'm comfy. I don't want to move.
Yeah, they did offer a good airship though. Like, you remember that one that you came on?
No, we exploded the moment it touched the ground.
That's true. Apparently this one could carry you pretty good though.
And I think they said that about the other one, and it started wobbling.
Yeah, and when I pressed further, they said it was either that or force making us leave. So
I look worse.
yeah, I felt bad for them, but
Why
they
feel
didn't
bad?
offer.
You're stronger. No reason to feel bad.
That's true. I tried to get them to offer more, but they were kind of stuck on the just the airship part.
I don't know. What do you think, Bastion?
Well, why don't we just take the airship?
Did I see where she put it? If she brought it up to show
It was
me.
a keychain that she was carrying around.
It was on a keychain around her neck. Was it on her neck or is it just a keychain?
It was just on. From what you could tell, it was just a keychain that was she pulled out of one of her pockets.
Okay.
And what was the reason we're leaving?
They're afraid of us.
Okay.
So he's kind of like in a bad place. They wanted us to leave.
Apparently, they're racist against Tarrasques. Who would have thought?
Well,
Yes.
why don't we give them a reason to be afraid?
You suddenly hear a whisper from behind you all, and Sieko, your tremor sense goes off as suddenly you feel a woman's something step down or step out of the tree and touch the ground, and you hear the voice go, "You really don't want to do this."
Well, I mean, you're being racist to my people. I didn't do anything. You're scared of me. That's kind of rude.
Sieko, you can sense there's a lot of divine magic coming off this woman. It's immense, more than you felt in a long time.
Cool.
You can also tell she's a very inexperienced cleric. Well, she may have cleric spells. Her level isn't very high.
Do I see them
Yeah,
as well?
you can see her as she's right behind each of you, standing on the, staying right at the root of the tree now.
Hey, you got better at hiding. I didn't see you this time.
She looks at you and goes, "Well, that was my simulacrum. Of course you would notice that."
I kind of flex.
Huh?
I flex my divinity right back.
You feel the presence. Give me a minute to pull up something, and I will tell you exactly what it is you're feeling.
Do I as well?
You feel a lot of divine magic and feel very threatened currently, Bastion. Not like danger threatened, just as in this is a person of a lot of holy power. And they should probably be dealt with. Alright, so give me a minute to pull it up. You know, Sieko, who this is. And you felt this magic before.
When did I feel that before? Because I felt that as
When it came to the domain of Moors, the power was so grand that it forced its way into the mortal plane, and those who had a natural attunement to the divine would have felt it.
Oh, you're like that famous fella. What's his name? The assassin.
And she looks at you
What?
and goes, "Are you talking about that Hawken fella? No, I don't wipe out entire races. That's really messed up. You understand how
Oh,
mean?"
I met that guy before.
The divinity. The divinity.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't slaughter thousands of innocent people. I'm just really good at necromantic magic, unfortunately.
Told you they wouldn't buy it. They're just the airship part. I told you that.
She holds up the airship on a little keychain, and she goes, "I'm asking you." You notice the chain is actually the anchor of the ship. "I really don't want to have to do this, because I guarantee at least 2 of you are going to die here."
Also, I can tell you're not good at the divine thing. You only got it half right. What I am.
She looks at you and goes, "Yeah, but I'm not what you have to be scared of. See, I'm gonna explain something very simple why you can imagine the city's been left untouched in this war-torn world. The people who realize what I'm tied to don't like to come into this city because when, unfortunately, I go unconscious, well, let's just say last time I woke up on a heap of bodies. So I'm gonna ask you, please. This is for your safety as well as the people who didn't do anything here. If you're looking for violent tieflings, head to the Elven Lands. That's where you're gonna find the ones who are fighting. We're just old people and those innocent who didn't want to fight and just wanted to live as farmers. I'm really trying to be diplomatic here, please."
That's a long flight.
You sure you got nothing else but the airship?
The fact that I'm offering you the airship should be more than enough.
I'll just kind of look to Bastion, waiting for him to weigh in his thoughts.
Seem pretty worried about us being here.
Yeah.
But you're trying to intimidate.
It's because from my understanding, the only thing you understand, Bastion, is intimidation. As she just narrows her eyes, and suddenly that kind of innocent semi-smile she was wearing suddenly just turns to a resting bitch face.
I had a feeling you knew who I was.
I mean, you did try to blow up the castle here. It's kind of hard to miss you. Also, you do realize there's not many, Warforged walking around with pieces of undead flesh attached to them. When you get known, you're pretty identifiable.
Kind of stand out, Bastion.
She kind of looks at
That's
Tigrick
you.
and nods.
That's you.
Hey,
You're pretty identifiable too. No, most people don't even know what you are.
If I'm correct
see,
in
that's the
this,
best part.
as she ignores the two as they start to bicker. If I remember correctly, you're here for my mother, not for me. If that's the case of who you seek vengeance on, I can tell you where she is right now. I can even give you a load crystal to be able to identify wherever she is at all times. She's not my responsibility, and my responsibility is to protecting this town. So you can try and strike me, but it's not going to work out well in your current form. Fiends don't do well with radiant damage. As she kind of looks
So
at Bastion.
you would give up your family for the city.
Yes.
Well, I don't believe I have any problem with you then. And in fact, if you need anything done, maybe we can arrange that for you. Anybody that would sell out their family, I think, is a great ally for me.
She smiles and just kind of nods and hands the ship, or holds out the ship on the chain to you.
I'll take it, and then I imagine the crystal as well.
She looks at you and smiles and goes, "Before you ask, it's already implemented on there. I knew as soon as you walked in."
Well, maybe maybe down the line you can help me with a little deal I have made. Not necessarily you, but you might know the right direction.
She looks at you and goes, "Well, if you're still alive at that point, you always know where I'm gonna be. Now, if you will." And she claps her hands, and suddenly the dark the shade kind of envelops into a darkness around her, and she just disappears.
You mean I don't get to wrestle a divine person today? Sucks.
Go back and wrestle those dragons. They're divine. They shoot radiant damage.
Too big to wrestle.
Snicknesh would
big.
disagree with you.
At my current size, too big to wrestle.
Too big.
Just
Well.
so we know, was seconds away from stabbing.
When
Oh,
I heard Tikva's daughter, I was like, oh shit.
I was waiting to swing. I was just really thinking about
I
it.
was waiting to grab that shit before she made it explode.
It's fair.
So what's the plan? We kind of failed on the stopping the the stuff. Dragons were a bit tough.
And she didn't even follow
Yeah.
to meet. Darkness, that's boring.
Alright.
Just wanted to meet the god of Cataclysm. That's so hard.
That was a what god, huh? What are you talking about, Sieko?
Huh? What, you don't know?
What?
Well, these really big gods picked their main followers, and all I know is one of them's apparently known for destroying things, and that one's the god of darkness or something. I don't know much. I'm not really the studious type.
Oh. So these gods are really powerful people.
They could probably delete the planet individually. Yep.
Damn.
I wanted to meet Cataclysm. Pretty lines up with what I like to do, but apparently life is not in my favor.
Okay, Sieko. Let's got your fingers back.
I don't care about that. I didn't need these.
You want to cut them off again or something? Or
No, I just don't care if they're there or not.
oh.
I just imagine Bastion kind of contemplating politics and the social system of the world right now. Let's see Echo and Tiktra casually have this conversation. Oh, man.
Well, in a twisted way, I feel like Bastion feels like he's seen his friend again, even though it's not, and obviously a much darker form. But in his current state, that was okay.
Yeah, that's fair. All right.
So, what are we gonna do now? We have an airship again. Yay! I just liked walking everywhere.
Also, Dim, do I just get to learn the names of the gods as I meet their like champions? Is that how this is gonna work?
Certain gods are very easily identifiable. That one specifically is one of the most easily identifiable in the world.
Well, I'm saying like the group that he's part of. Am I gonna just know them when I see them? Like if I see Hawk, will I just know that?
They're
He's
champions. Yeah, you'll be able to pretty much figure it out. Given
Well,
your
so their name will just be shoved in my head, and I'll be like, oh, okay.
you may not necessarily recognize the god in that situation. You knew from the fact of his presence is was kind of broadcasted in a sense to the clerics and the divine in the world. Because he's kind of one of those gods that likes to make sure he's show offy. He shows his power as much as possible. Kedliz has not been felt yet in the world.
Find her eventually. Well, Hawkins been mentioning her name fucking everywhere he travel.
Yes.
So her name at least.
Also, the other three are not known of where their champions are or if they have them.
Well, other 4 now.
True.
You know, I freed that guy. You know, he probably owes me something. He's being a king now.
Oh, whatever. All right. I guess we're going then. God.
Going where?
I don't know. Somewhere. We're asked to leave.
That's true.
And see a cool stand up.
Let's board the ship.
Okay. As you do, the ship as soon as you say that phrase, the ship expands out into its full size. It's a full-on war galleon, and at the head of the stern is a naked Gaul. And the pointing portion of the front of the ship is very well defined and designed specifically for Gaul's.
Time to make some more hot pokers.
You see the name on the side of the ship says Gaul's Fury. Bastion, you remember Tikva mentioning something about this way back when you first met her, about a ship that had been named after the son of the current king, a bastard son of the current king of the Tiefling lands. And it was named Gaul's Fiery Crotch, but later changed to Gaul's Fury due to the king getting extremely angry with the design of the ship. However, it's supposed to be extremely powerful, is what she mentioned. It was one of the strongest in the fleet.
I like the first name more. Change back.
You can definitely see where on the side of the ship it was kind of rough, cut off.
I will paint it on if I have to.
Goddamn. But
Onwards to the ship.
As you get on the ship, it's fully set up. It's full accommodations. From what you can see, there's a magical mess hall down below that fills automatically with local foods, which right now is mostly tiefling cuisine and lemons. And you see there are Warforged that are more Golem than Warforged. They're designed to look like Warforged. However, Bastion immediately recognizes that they don't have soul stones in them. They're just simple Golems that are being controlled by the ship. That seem to navigate and operate and set up the cannons. The ship has 12 cannons to either side. I'll give you full stats later because it doesn't matter right now. But it's 4 decks in total, and it has a very large storage deck that seems to be almost unfillable. And as you realize, it's basically the bottom of the hull of the ship acts as a bag of holding for large items. Looking around, though, you find the captain's quarter, as usual, the top deck of the wheel, with the wheel itself being designed in a very ornate, with gold lining and a very beautiful red wood design into it. Each of the little sticks that would poke out of the wheel are different women carved into them from different races. And inside the captain's quarter, it has a very large collection of photo books that none of you have actually ever seen the concept of photography before in this world.
Ooh. I'll look at one.
Okay. As you pull one open, give me a D100 to see what picture you find first. Yes, I have 100 pictures listed here.
Okay.
CX test number 1. Are they flammable? Let's find out.
42.
My favorite. You see an image of a very fit very naked Gaul sitting on a very fancy leather chair, smoking a cigar. It is the atmosphere is very dark. You can see what looks to be some sort of brown liquid on a side chair or on a side table. And he looks to be as if angry at something. The artistic note on the bottom says, Gaul after a long day. That's all.
It's a very good drawing.
Seiko would like flex and compare his muscles to Gaul's. He's never seen this before.
Surprisingly, Gaul's pretty muscular, but as far as size, he can't compare. Sieko's pretty large.
Yeah, this doesn't really make it fair. I'm more looking for definition.
Oh, Gaul is way more defined. He's an extremely leanly built man. He doesn't look to have much fat left on his body.
Competition.
True. With a dead man. Man long dead.
Competition.
All right, though. As you lot explore the ship, you suddenly hear the voice overhead go into Infernal at first, and it states, "Who is my master?"
Me.
Identifying Bastion of the Crimson Talon, now recognized as Bastion, the Terror of the North.
I like it.
Confirming, ship has been confirmed to your orders. Where are we going?
I look at the rest of the group. Anybody need to go anywhere specific?
As long as there's something to fight, I'm fine.
I got places I don't want to be.
If I may make a suggestion, if you're looking for local fighting and wars, the geopolitical system I have been set up with in the captain's quarters has global tracking all of the global leaders and their rough locations, as well as the current movements of large amounts of troops. And I'm more than happy to identify any situations that might be of value to you lot based on confirming tiefling hatred, the want to conquest and kill, and the interest of necromancy.
That's spot on.
Was
It
that all
is
in Infernal?
Part of my job. It's continuing to speak Infernal.
Weird language.
I think we can go that way then.
Confirming library location unknown, and you feel the ship slowly start to move. It starts to do a comfortable pace as it starts heading off in the direction of the east, northeast mostly.
We're going, Bastion? Where'd you say to go?
Well, it was talking about fighting some tieflings. Location was called library. I don't know.
That's where books are. I don't know if tieflings are there.
Tiefling can look after books. Why can't they?
They did look after farms.
Yeah, there you go.
Check, have you seen these rooms? They apparently it's like custom made. You should see mine. It's pretty nice.
Let me go check for my room. Hold on.
As you head down into the second floor, you see a full. As you open one of the doors marked as bedrooms, and Sieko sees his name carved into one of the doors. He opens it. It's just a room full of training equipment and a bed that's on the floor. That looks a little more solid.
Beautiful. It's perfect.
There's training equipment. There's a couple of books that are, as he looks at them, they're empty. They're meant for writing in and keeping track of information. Otherwise, nothing else kind of really catches his attention, just the training equipment that allows him to do strength and dex training.
I mean, I have dex training I need to do. I have an 11.
Fair. All right.
You should see mine. It's amazing. Best room ever. It's just like home.
Is it just a dirt room? Hold on.
As you follow Tickdrick around, it's just an empty cave with a bit
amazing.
of soft dirt in one corner.
It really is just like home.
Yes.
Our homes seem to be similar.
Oh, really? Do you grew up in a cave too?
Yes. It's where I learned how to see by walking.
You should teach me that. I don't know how you learned that, because I didn't learn that.
I can try, but I've never tried to teach someone before. Be a
I will
first.
also say, Sieko, this is probably the most frightening experience you've ever had in your life. The idea of flying, because you're not touching the ground. Now you feel the entirety of
No.
the ship, but the echo
Yeah.
and lack of solidness underneath you is definitely nerve-wracking.
Yeah, I'll admit it's very uncomfortable, but if I act happy, maybe the fear will go away.
That's fair. Yeah. The ship continues. A few hours go by. Bastion, are you staying up top to watch where the ship's going?
I actually wanted to go to my room and look at the 2 books that I took earlier.
Okay, as you open it up, you see it's a bunch. The room opens up to a workshop, a little smithy area on the side, a couple of suits of different metals, some tools laying about, and a couple of bookshelves that seem to have been put with a strange material over them that you realize is some sort of wet, like fabric that helps keep the books from setting on fire when the forge is activated. You also see a little area that has been set up with a simple cushion just to sit and relax in that'll allow you to read. And as you kind of pop open the books, the first one you read the cover of it, and you do understand Infernal, correct?
Yes.
Okay. As you read the cover, it says "The Life and Adventures of Tim the Enchanter."
Yes!
Enchanter!
I know that!
The second book reads "How to Awaken Your Trask and Make It a Pet Dog."
Excuse me. You fucking try, I swear to God.
I'm gonna read that one.
You motherfucker, I will end you.
At
I
the
have the
bottom, it is written by Tim the Enchanter, and it talks about how his journey to hunt down baby Tarasques, take them from their homes when they're either just born or harvesting them straight from the parent. And that then the goal is to enlighten them by awakening their intelligence to then train just high enough to act as a good guard dog. And he recounts that he had a guard dog of his own for many years until the loss of it at the hands of his or of a strange druid-like man that appeared trying to hunt him down. And he talks about how he managed to barely get away, cursing that man to turn into a bear, and unfortunately he lost where his Tarrasque went.
Oh. Shout out to Boris.
Boris is out here, man.
But it gives full instructions on how to tame a Tarrasque. So you now have advantage on animal handling if you have to deal with a baby Tarrasque. No, Sieko does not count as a baby Tarrasque. He is a young adult Tarrasque.
Baby.
He was a baby, but not anymore.
Yes.
No, technically, even when I joined the party, I started as the young Tarrasque.
That's true.
I was never a baby.
Baby.
About a few hours go by of you lot moving, and the ship finally comes over this large field of battle as you all kind of gather up at the top. As you look down, you can see the army of tieflings, loxodons, a couple of other nations, some gnomes, some dwarves that you're not familiar with. The army is massive, and it seems to be marching right through the Elven lands, heading towards where Dragon's Gate is, where you can see it in the distance, only a few miles away. And to the south, you can hear and feel the magic exploding over the Yuan-Ti lands. It's so potent. The sound is echoing across the entirety of the continent. The occasional meteor can be easily seen coming flying down from space or from the sky, slamming into the ground and quaking the entirety of the earth. From even this distance, you can tell there's an intense magical duel going on. And then you see this army down below you, just kind of beseeching a couple of the elven towns and moving about. The ship stops and announces, confirming necromancers, tieflings, and the goal of ultimate destruction.
This is what I live for.
You know what? I'm gonna drop a random one of the coconuts down off the ship. Just cause.
Vorpal mine coconut.
Yeah,
Okay.
just one.
Just straight
One of them.
down?
Yep.
Alright, so as you hold your hand out and just kind of let it go, you watch a few minutes pass by, and then you see it kind of down below. It's for a second you hear someone scream and then you just see a large, bloody circle in the middle of the army that just appears.
Oh.
And magic starts shooting up at the ship, spells going flying off.
Oh,
That
well.
is where
No
we're
more.
ending today's session today. We thank you all for watching, and we will see you next time. Alright. Only an hour and a half today, because